some water?
Eddie.
Oh, yeah. Eddie heard that.
Thank you very much.
Good amount.
Really?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So I was thinking we can do something from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a very intimate gathering, so we can talk something a little bit more intimate. Maybe I can just use. Do you have the 10th canto here? Yes. 9th canto. I think it'll be 10th canto, part 1. Oh yeah, look at that. Udgardan Karan. I just shrink wrap much. You know, this is called. Yeah, Prabhupada. Yeah, yes. I leave it as it is. You know. Bhagavad Gita as it is. See, still in shrink wrap. You know? No, I can see you've been wearing out Canto 1, Canto 2. This is the proper way to do it. Keep them in the shrink wrap until you reach it. Right now we are all going together through Canto 1. Oh, can you open this please? That'd be great. This is, oh, careful. Okay, so this is Lord Brahma. Is a very interesting person, very interesting. So you know Lord Brahma got bewildered, right? How did he get bewildered? Because he thought, well, first of all, he got confused. How can the Supreme Lord, who gave me life, he gave me all the knowledge, and this can be playing like this little boy in a picnic, and you know other boys are like jumping on his shoulder. This can't be God. There's no way this is the same Krishna who gave me all this Vedic knowledge. But then, of course, we know the story, and he tried to kidnap the boys and the cows, and the boys and the cows, and the Lord came and swapped out. After that whole episode was swapping out, and he got bewildered, then he realized his mistake, and then he offered his very beautiful prayers. Yeah. So these prayers of Lord Brahma, I think they're in the 14th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if those chapters are here. It's 12th chapter. You might have made you open the wrong book. Maybe you have to open the next one. 10th canto, part 2. 14th chapter. This is only goes to 13 chapters. So, okay. We got to take a knife out again. I don't know how the parts are cut. But yeah. Yes. We'll open all of them one by one right now.
Mohini Radha has her reading to do now.
Yeah. See if we can, if it's 14th chapter in there. And I think it's, I'm just teasing. 14th chapter, verse number, I believe it's 35. Okay. So what happened, right? He offers his prayers. Lord Brahma offers his prayers to Krishna, the Supreme Lord, and so on. But then he also starts offering something, a very intimate thing. It's very
14,
yeah. See if you can find verse 35 in that one. I think it's verse 35. So he says, "My dear Lord," something to the effect of. Well, we'll read the translation. Yeah, you can hold on to that. I'll ask you to read the translation.
You want me to read the translation?
Yeah, but I'll read the verse.
Okay.
Yeah, the verse is very beautiful. Okay? It goes like this. This is a meter that doesn't have, there's only like a handful of verses in this meter. Yeah, Shardul Vikridita meter. Shardul Vikridita. Shardul means tiger. And Vikridita means a tiger that's playing. Vikrida. Yeah, so it's in the rhythm of a playful tiger. It's really beautiful. The first, so pay attention to this meter. It's also the meter of the first verse of Bhagavatam, and the second verse, and then this one. The couple more verses of this meter. But when you see this meter, you know something very special is going to come through. It goes like this. Esham ghosha nivasinam uta bhavan kim devarate tinash cheto vishva phalat phalam tvadaparam kutrapyayan muhyati sadveshadiva putanapi sakula tvameva deva pita tadhamartha suhrit priyatma tanaya pranashayastvad-krite. Did you recognize any words in that? Okay, I'll say some words. Sadveshadiva putanapi sakula. Any names, words? Putana, that's right. So he's talking about who? Putana. The demon is Putana. Sadvesh means. That's okay. No, yeah. Thank you. Wow, look at these, are gorgeous. Oh, he's got the video going. It's okay. Yes, pictures there.
Yes, Mataji, please take a picture.
Wait, she's getting a picture. Hold on. She's getting a picture. Yes. Wait, she got a picture. It's like
Look at the attention.
Hare Krishna, Hare. Wow, these are amazing. Oh, they have to face forward. I always wondered why they clap when they put this on, I realized that they didn't miss, Yes, good job. It didn't fall off. Sadveshadiva putanapi sakula. Kula means what? Kula means family. Kula. Sadveshadiva putanapi sakula. Tadhamartha. Suhrit. Suhrit means friends, Suhrit. Priyatma. Priyatma means very dear, near ones. You got this one, right? And Tanaya. Tanaya means a child. Beta, child. Tanaya means from your tanu. Tan means your body. Someone born from your own body is Tanaya. Anyway, Prem Gopal, please read the English translation. You can read out loud, yeah.
My mind becomes bewildered just trying to think of what reward other than you could be found anywhere. You are the embodiment of all benedictions, which you bestow upon these residents of the cowherd community of Vrindavan. You have already arranged to give yourself to Putana and her family members in exchange for her disguising herself as a devotee. So what is left for you to give these devotees of Vrindavan, whose homes, wealth, friends, dear relations, bodies, children, and very lives and hearts are all dedicated to you?
So what is Brahma doing actually? Is he glorifying Krishna or is he glorifying someone else? He is glorifying someone. Well, he's saying, he's giving the glories of. He's saying, look, Krishna, you gave yourself. What greater benediction? I'm bewildered. He said, first he opens, he says, I'm bewildered. Completely confused. Even though he just got straightened out, his bewilderment, the other one is gone, but now I'm bewildered with something else completely. He's expressing why he's totally flabbergasted. It's very poetic. And he's saying, I am bewildered just seeing that, first of all, there's no benediction greater than you. Like in the whole world, there's no gift greater than Krishna himself. Right? And imagine the good fortune of somebody to whom Krishna has given himself. That's huge. Like Krishna says, I've given myself to you. Wow. And then he gives an amazing contrast. He said, you have given yourself to Putana. What? Why did you give yourself to Putana? Well, he's aware that Krishna has given himself to Putana. Really? Like, okay, if he gives himself to other devotees, like maybe Gajendra or something, but Putana? Or maybe Prahlad? He's really contrasting it here. Why did you give yourself to Putana? He said, Sadvesha diva Putana pisakula. That you gave yourself to Putana just for her pretending to be a devotee. She was dressed like a devotee. She's dressed like someone who's going to serve Krishna. What does it mean to be dressed like a devotee? It means, you show the outer symbols, you put on tilak, of course she wouldn't have shikha or anything, but that's for us guys. But she would have tilak on and she would have very sattvic, like, dress cleanly and not look like a demoness so much, just by dressing, pretending to be devotee, with looking like she's intention of serving Krishna. She really looked very beautiful, like the goddess of fortune when she came into the village to breastfeed Krishna her poison. And of course, Krishna killed her, but he gave her liberation, and not the impersonal kind. He gave her the top-notch liberation, where she went to Goloka Vrindavan. That's insane. For what? Just for pretending to be devotee. So you have given yourself to her, like you completely sold out to her. And not just to her, Putanabi Sakula means, and her family members. Like, family discount is so intense that he gives himself to the whole family also. And her family is full of all kinds of nasty demons too. Like Bakasura, that's her brother. The one who tried to kill Krishna, Baka. In fact, one of Putana's name is Baki. Aho Baki Yam. There's a verse like Stanaka Ala Kutam. That's another famous verse. So because she's a sister of Baka, her name is Baki. It's funny.
In Gujarat, actually,
Yeah, go ahead.
actually there is a nickname, Baka Baki.
Yeah. Baka, huh? Bak kare, yeah.
Meaning this talk.
Yeah. Just talking nonsense. Bakwas. Bakwas kare, just talking nonsense. So that's Putana's name as Baki, because she was sister of Baka. Now Bakasur got liberated because of the family discount. Like sometimes you get Macy's friends and family like, oh, you related to her? Okay, I'll give myself to you also. So he's bewildered, like, you're incredibly lenient, incredibly generous. And you've given yourself to these characters, like Disney characters, They're like intense people. I mean, when she fell down, like when she turned into her original form, she was like several miles tall. She was just big, nasty, like, fell with a big thud and created an earthquake. And he gave her himself. And he was just a baby, just a few days old. And he killed her. Of course, the backstory is that in the previous life, she was the sister of Bali Maharaj. She was the sister of Bali Maharaj. Did you know that? Oh, I'll tell you, that's good. At least one person knows that. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay, good. A lot of people know. Good, then it'll be a fresh story for you. You know that, though, right? Yeah, he knows. He knows everything. Okay. So in the previous life, she was sister of Bali Maharaj, right? And she was watching Bali Maharaj as the little cute Vamanadev came. And she says, oh. Vamanadev is asking, because it's very short, and Bali Maharaj is tall. Vamanadev is looking up like him, like this, holding his umbrella, very cute, it's almost like a toddler, so adorable. With chubby face and baby fat. It's incredibly cute. Overload. She couldn't stop staring at him, like, So, and Vamanadev is asking Bali Maharaj, is it okay if I just get 3 paces of land measured with my own feet? What are you talking about? I can give you a whole planet. No. I just want 3 paces of land measured with my own feet, because, if a man is not satisfied with just enough space for him to sleep, then he'll never be satisfied with any amount of land. You just need a little space, 3 paces of one person's own body, even long spaces, that's enough for a person to sleep. How much do you need? You take 3 long steps or long jump, that's enough. He said, okay, that's fine if you want 3 steps, then I have this one Rakshash who's like Olympic long distance runner, or long jumper. I'll have him measure those steps for you. You'll get like several acres out of it, trust him, So, no, my little feet are good enough. And so she just got just totally melted seeing his sweetness. So she's watching all this, and she felt, I wish I could be a mother to him. So much, I feel like she would be my own child, my own baby, and I could breastfeed him with my own body. And so Krishna registered that desire. Oh. He was talking to Bali, but he was listening to her mind. Oh, wait, she loves me so much? Okay, I'll register that desire. And then Bali Maharaj said, okay, fine, go ahead, measure it, whatever you want. So then, of course, we know the story. He doesn't measure with the tiny feet. He takes his massive, giant leaps that cover the entire creation in just 2 steps. And the 3rd step, he put it on Bali's head, and he took over everything. At that point, this Bali Maharaj's sister, she saw, and she got so angry. So initially she thought such a child should be like adopted, and we should breastfeed him. And then after all that happened, oh, such a child should be, what a nasty child. Such a child should be given poison. So he registered that desire also. You want to poison me? That's fine. At least you wanted to give me your milk. So next life she got to do both. But because of that pure desire, it carried on. And she got the benefit. Even though she's a demoness, she got the benefit of serving the Lord. Even though she wanted to kill him. But the Lord, it's said in the Bhagavatam that when she came to breastfeed him, the Lord closed his eyes when she came to him. And the Acharyas comment that he closed his eyes because he only wants to see the good side of her. So he closed his eyes to the bad side. And the good side was just that she wanted to feed him. He closed his eyes to the poison as well. So the Lord is so incredibly kind, and this is why Brahma is so bewildered. With his 4 heads, he can't figure it out. Quad-core processor, he can't figure it out. Why is right? What is the first line? What is it?
My mind becomes bewildered.
My mind becomes bewildered. Right. That's the opening line of this thing. My mind becomes bewildered just by thinking that you've given yourself. There's no greater benediction than you, and given yourself to Putana, just for Sadveshadiva Putanapi, just for dressing as a devotee, pretending to be devotee. Then he gets into a poetic mode. Like, my Lord, because you have given yourself to her, you're bankrupt now. You have nothing else to give. He said, what is left for you to give these residents of Vrindavan? So he's actually glorifying the residents of Vrindavan, who have dedicated their whole lives, their bodies, their children, their animals, their resources, complete hearts to serving you selflessly with love. What do you have left to give them? And how much do you owe them? If you gave yourself to Putana just for pretending to be devotee. So I like this particular verse because there's a lot of hope for us. Because the Lord is so lenient and so kind. He completely overlooks our flaws, our faults, our failures. He constantly gives us encouragement. We have no idea how many times we have fallen and tried and fallen in previous lives. We know in this life how many times we've fallen, but in previous lives we don't know. And the Lord is constantly giving us opportunities. He rushes to us when we slip and fall, while still giving us our space to be ourselves, to keep turning away from Him. And that is His eternal sweetness. Even when there's an atheist conference, all they talk about is bhakti. And they come up with these incredibly bakwas arguments of why there's no God. Krishna is so sweet. He gives them the intelligence by which they can construct these elaborate arguments. He gives them the energy, the intelligence, and even when they're eating their nonsense, He digests that food for them. How kind is He? He's not coming down and then all of you atheists die. No. He doesn't do that. He's so kind, so lenient. It's not that if you don't believe in Krishna, don't believe in God, that your digestive system will collapse, because He is the fire of digestion. He says, I am the fire of digestion. No. He gives everybody the full facility to turn away from Him. That's what the whole world is about. This world is like a prison house. We hear that, right? It's like a prison house. It's meant to reform us. Punish, maybe even punish us, you can say. But when we start our spiritual lives, we see the world as a prison. Prabhupada uses that analogy. He uses that analogy. The world is a prison house, the superintendent is Maya Devi, and so on. And it's a fact. That's one way to look at it. And then as we progress in our spiritual life, we start seeing that the world is less of a prison, more of a classroom. We're learning. It's a lot of lessons to learn. And if we are fortunate enough to apply our intelligence, we can learn what to do, what not to do. Then as we make more progress in spiritual life, we see the world as a mirror. reflecting back our qualities and showing us what we need to work on ourselves. Then we realize we don't need to work on the world, we need to just work on ourselves. It's a mirror. Because the world does all this stuff. It's just different perspectives. And then as we make more progress, we see the world as a temple. You see Krishna everywhere. Because if you read Bhagavad Gita, he says, I'm the light of the sun and moon, I'm the taste of water. So many different things you can see Krishna in that. I'm the ability in man, I'm the intelligence of the intelligent people. You read articles about how someone was so smart and they built this big company or whatever, just intelligent. And you can appreciate Krishna. In such a short time, the person managed to accomplish so much. Obviously, that's Krishna, or the strength of the strong. So you start seeing Krishna in all these things because you've become familiar now with Bhagavad Gita. You become more familiar with how you can practice bhakti just by looking at the world. So the world becomes a temple. It becomes an extension of this altar. Everything, as you make progress. And then, okay, is there any more? Yes. And the ultimate is when you see the world as a love letter of Krishna directly to you. Everything here, Krishna is trying to remind you and giving you clues and little Easter eggs. Not regular, we don't eat eggs, but little, what is it? What's an Easter egg? Like when you watch a movie or a TV series, an Easter egg is like a hidden reference to some other old episode, some other point, like that, It's the different Easter eggs. You should look it up. It's pretty interesting. So you start seeing little clues that Krishna loves me so much. Wow, the fact that he arranged this particular thing to happen, I can't believe, there's no way it's a coincidence. Krishna's hand is directly in here, and you see his loving gestures to you, not just in a passive temple kind of way, but you can see him actually writing love letters to you and hidden clues. That's the ultimate advancement. See, so coming back to this verse, right? Lord Brahma is saying that Krishna, you're broke. You can't give anything because you've already given yourself to Putana. How can you possibly give yourself or give anything to these people? You owe them so much. And Krishna actually tells the gopis, right? He says, "Na paraye ham." The gopis have done so much selfless seva for him. Nobody's more selfless and pure than the gopis. The love that the gopis have for Krishna is the highest, and we follow in their footsteps. And Krishna says, I can never repay you back. This is Krishna, who is the Lord of all wealth, all resources, the cause of all causes, and yet he says, I am not able to repay the debt I've incurred to you. Therefore, let your own glories be your own payment. So sweet. Krishna is actually sweet and humble. Of course, if you want to see the side of him that's the universal form and all, he also has that aspect. But those devotees who are in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, this is Brahma giving us a hint. How much more predisposed will you be, my Lord, in a favorable way to these devotees who are constantly chanting your name, who are trying to learn how to chant your name, who are trying to learn to purify their lives, who are trying to share your glories with others. And so he offered this amazing contrast. So that's what I wanted to share with all of you. It's like an intimate verse. It's very beautifully sung by Lord Brahma. And it really highlights the poetry of Krishna consciousness and gives us the full range. Now that same Lord Brahma comes again in this world to show us how it's done in the form of Thakur Haridas. Yeah, Haridas Thakur is the incarnation of Lord Brahma. He shows us how to chant. He shows us how we can reach this level of the Vrajavasis. And it's all about the quality of chanting and the quantity of chanting. And both are needed. And sometimes people say, quality is, I think we had the conversation about quality and quantity. Why do you need to chant 16 rounds? You can just do like 5 mantras or 1 round even. That's enough. If the quality is good, what does it matter? Is 16 rounds of real mediocre quality better than 1 round of high quality? But that's not a proper question to ask. But when he came as Namacharya, he taught both, that you have to give the full intensity of quality and attention and enough quantity so that we can purify all these lifetimes and lifetimes of selfishness. Our only enemy is one thing, our selfishness. We have no other enemy. Everything else is an outgrowth of that. When Arjuna asks Krishna, what is the one thing that compels me to do things that I know are bad, but I can't help myself. Like, it just compels me, but I have to do it. But I know it's bad for me. I know it. I mean, it says on the cigarette, it's injurious to your health. It'll give you cancer. In some countries, they make the companies actually put photographs of what lung cancer looks like inside. Like, not diagrams, photographs. Like, after they open, how nasty it looks. It's right there in graphic form. And the guy's looking at it, opening the package, and then he smokes it. I mean, he knows it's bad for him, but we're so compelled to do it. Those are addictions. So Arjuna asks, how is it? What is that thing? And Krishna says, Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajo guna samudbhava, Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidyenam, Iha Vairinam. You should know. Vidhi means you should know this. This is your eternal enemy. Vairi means enemy. Hindi bolte hain vairi. Vidyenam, Iha Vairinam. What is that? One thing. Kama. Right. So the direct translation of Kama is lust. But it's not just the general kind of lust that we talk about. It is an intense desire to enjoy selfishly, is Kama. And then the desires that spring from those are called Kamna, Kamnaye. I want this, I want that, I want this. So, Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajaguna. It's really one enemy. As I said, this is the big enemy, our own selfishness. And if we can gradually shed different aspects of our selfishness, we'll be unburdened. We'll feel much happier, and we'll be able to chant Krishna's name freely. So that's what it's about. So Lord Brahma, as Haridas Thakur comes and teaches us the importance of quantity and quality of chanting Hare Krishna. This Mahamantra has how many potencies of the Lord are in the names of the Lord? Yes. He knew the question. He knew the question before I even finished it. I've asked this question many times. You know that verse that says that? Nam Nam? Yeah, that's right. Go say it. Nam Nam. Nija Sarva Shaktis. Shakti is the potency. Sarva means all. Your holy names are invested, are infused with all your energies, all your potencies. All means what? Including his beauty, his fragrance, his kindness, his power, all 6 opulences, and including his wit and joking. Everything is there in the holy name. Every potency. His mercy, his power, his awesomeness. Everything is there in the holy names. We don't need to go outside these holy names for connecting with Krishna. Everything else that we do, reading, deity worship, offering the food, even going to work, whatever it is, devotees do all that to support this one activity, chanting the holy name. This one activity is not one thing you do on the side. It is the main thing, and everything else revolves around it. Everything I do should be somehow directly or indirectly linked to the resources that support quality and quantity chanting. If we organize our lives around, if we put on the pinnacle of our pyramid of our life the holy names, like you have on your door here, it's so nice. There's a holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then we will be who we are meant to be. We will be exactly like Krishna wants us to be. Now Krishna is so kind that even if once you utter the holy name, the holy name is so powerful that it erases a quantity of sin that you can't commit over even many, many lifetimes. Even if you kept on committing sins, that one holy name can erase multiple lifetimes of sins. Prabhupada says there's not even a least bit exaggeration in this statement. But I chant so many rounds. And he puts a caveat. He says, but there's a quality to such chanting. It has to be chanted with feeling, chanted feelingly. And if you're running after other things, that feeling will not come. So we have to be exclusive, ananya, Only Krishna, nobody else, nothing else. See, so we are very fortunate that the devotees in this circle here are so progressive. You have such great leaders among our devotees. Balaram Prabhu is always there. Yes, Sankarshan Prabhu. Sankarshan Prabhu is sporting the yellow for the day, the color of the day. Vasanta Panchami. And we're very lucky to have the circle of devotees who are themselves working on themselves. To be in the company of a devotee who's working on themselves in a serious way is a great fortune. You know, because Prabhupada said, if you're trying to be pure, you're pure. To become a pure devotee is a very lofty goal. But to perform one act of pure bhakti is not that difficult. Like you make an offering and you offer it with all sincerity. That's one drop of pure bhakti. Or say one little flower that we offer to the Lord of pure bhakti. And then the next act we do with full intentionality, with no selfishness, and that's another flower. And before you know it, you have a garland of flowers. And then if you have a long string, continuous, unbroken string, then you have a whole day of pure activities. That's a pure devotional day. So for that day, you're a pure devotee. Next day, start over again, put another garland together. One day at a time, until you have continuous string. Then what happens? If you have a string of many days of pure devotional service, then you don't need to claim to be pure devotee, but whether you call yourself pure devotee or not is irrelevant. And as you make more advancement, you can't imagine not infusing every breath with affection for Krishna. And that's how you can become 24 hours Krishna conscious. Affection carries over. Because affection that you infuse in one activity carries over into the next activity. Affection has a sense of momentum, a sweet feeling that comes about when you do something with pure intent. And so we want to create a string of pure activities, single one at a time, and then collect as many as we can. Be as intentional and intense as possible, intense in our prayer. Allah, please accept me. And you chant Hare Krishna. And then, time will be up before you know it. So, but for a devotee, time is never up, because time is not a factor. Krishna says the Bhagavatam says the rising and setting of the sun reduces the lifespan of those who are not devotees. But those who are devotees, that's insignificant, because you're now living outside the boundaries of time to the degree that you're performing pure activities. So like I said, we're very fortunate to be in the presence of devotees who are progressive, who are really trying hard. Let's stay in their presence. Let's enrich each other's devotional service. Let's bring out the best in each other. That's the measure of a quality relationship. It brings out the best in each other. And some relationships bring out the worst in each other. You've seen that too. Like, I didn't know I was able to say such bad words, but you just bring it out in me. Like, I didn't even know I knew those words. So relationships tend to do that.
Nobody look at Eddie, don't
Eddie is just, you know how someone is giving a speech and on one side someone is doing sign language to explain the speech. He just, what I'm talking, he's expressing with his face. You can just watch him and see the whole lecture. He's doing sign language with his face. So let's keep our relationship such that we bring out the best in each other. Because then what happens, the momentum increases. You help your friend, the fellow devotee, your brothers, sisters, to come closer to Krishna. How do we do that? We should be a little more forgiving than the average person, a little more tolerant than the average person, and substantially more encouraging than the average person. If we have all that going, then we don't need to look outside. The world is discouraging enough. We don't want to give discouragement here. This should be a mecca for encouragement. It should be a panacea. So it's not that hard to do. And this way we can then follow in the footsteps of these great souls, the Vrajavasis, who have given themselves to Krishna and learned step by step how to follow and really feel the satisfaction and achieve the perfection that we're seeking. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So this is totally off the cuff. I didn't use my laptop or anything, so I just kind of spoke what flowed.
Thank you so much, Gurudev and Guruma, for coming to San Diego and giving us your association. It means a lot. And thank you all of you for attending. Everyone in this room, you guys mean a lot to me.
Haribol.
Really. And I'm very grateful for your association and just always being there for me, every single one of you. On the phone, and he was like, "Oh my God, Mansi Ganga, she's so amazing. You're gonna love her. She's the best." And then I talked to Madana-gopāla and Eddie Prabhu when they went to your home. They were like, "Oh my God, you're gonna love Guruma. She is the best." And I talked to Venu Mataji, and she was saying the exact same things. And I was like, "Wow, I cannot wait to meet this amazing woman." I'm just like so excited, but honestly, I was a little intimidated by you in the beginning. Like when you used to come on the inner circle, you're just like so strong, and your aura is just like so pure and like just like I'm like, wow, this lady is sometimes intimidating. But when I met you, I got to spend time with you and talk to you. You are just the most amazing person, the most amazing woman I've ever met.
Aww.
And if someone would ask me like, what do you want to be when you grow up, I would say I want to be like Mansi Ganga Devi Dasi.
Oh, please record this. Yes.
No, please speak something, please. Speak something inspiring.
No, last time I spoke in Africa, the host pulled me aside, and she and her husband very gently and very respectfully they said, and I quote, "Mataji, when you speak, you can start a war." And I felt in my heart, what did I say? That if two people will start fighting. So I asked, can you please clarify what you're saying? So she said, no, Mataji, the words didn't come out right from her. So she explained what she was trying to say is, when you were speaking, you spoke like an army general who is preparing the army for the war. So I can do that too. I guess that's part of my personality, which I do not know, but somehow. And then I meet Mohini Radha. And then I see, oh my God, this is the Energizer bunny who's running around everywhere. And I'm like, oh God, she's going to burn out. She's a wonderful young girl, and she's just 2 years older than my son. So she's practically like my daughter. And then occasionally she would text me, so Guruma, is this tilak important? This much is important. How much is it important? So we'll have conversation like that. And when I came here, I found out when she was driving me around that she's so much like me. She's so much like me. So everybody around here, please wait for next 15 years. You'll see Mansi Ganga Mataji part 2. She's leader in making, and you guys are the witness. You are her soldiers. You are her troop. And we are very thankful. I told Gurudev yesterday as well that Krishna has chosen the gems and given it to us. And this is not an exaggeration, my dear devotees. Each and every soul is so unique. And when Gurudev and I, we sit and talk, we only meditate upon your qualities and how wonderful it is, and amazing. You guys are amazing. Yes, Eddie? You're fantastic. Amazing. Love it. And Venu Mother will say, oh, Guru Ma, I knew that. You're going to say that. So, yeah. San Diego devotees and their association is very valuable. This city is very important. And I feel and I can see that there's so much potential here. And there's such nice leadership here. I guess nobody can stop. This is unstoppable ball. Like, it's going to grow. Just stick together. Somehow stick it together. You know, no matter which storm comes, just stand together. If you are not leading, just stand by the leader. You know, give your support energy. He will do it. That's the way. That's the way. Balram Prabhu is here. That's the way we are going to grow. We are going to offer every bit of ourselves to Srila Prabhupada. And that way, in that path, there is only victory. Neha Vikramana Shosti, BG 2.40. There is only victory. Nothing to fear. Hare Krishna. Eddie Prabhu is very, very deep and intense devotee. No, don't go over the looks. He is very serious. And I have had deep conversation. And I, as a spiritual mother, I felt what will happen to Eddie, you know. I mean, but he's been driving us around and he's been sharing his realization. He's very deep devotee. Thank you, Eddie Prabhu.
Haribol. Thank you. Very inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I guess everyone's hungry. So, party time.
Party time! Yay!
You can stay seated. I'm gonna bring out the plates and I'm gonna